Everyone, thank you so much for joining. This is Banpreet Kaur and welcome to today's live session. Our today's topic is peer pressure. You must have heard this topic a lot in your teen age. Yeah, right. It is when we are influenced to do something which we normally would not have done, right? So the first example that comes into anyone's mind is influenced to use drugs or alcohol, smoking. This is the negative peer pressure. But peer pressure does not only have the negative side, it also have the positive side too. So in this live session we are gonna talk about the positive negative peer pressure, and we are not only covering the peer pressure that we see in schools and in teenage, we are also going to cover the peer pressure in society and in our social media. So let's start today's session, and I'm gonna ask our guest for today to join. So we'll wait for our guests to join. Till then, thank you so much for joining, and please hang on till the end of this live session. Hi. We are just waiting for our guest to come online. Hi, Parvita. So yeah, our guest is here.
Yep, I thought you were
Hi,
getting
ma'am.
delayed.
No, it's okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
My sound is echoing.
Your sound is.
Hello? Yeah, it's good now.
Good.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good now. So,
Yep.
hi, ma'am. So, just a little introduction. She is Miss Dipali Bedi, clinical psychologist at Sukoon Psychotherapy, Gurgaon, and she has been actively, uh, doing this on a social and psychological level, picking out these social topics. And thank you so much, ma'am, for joining with me.
You're welcome.
So, our today's topic is peer pressure.
Yes.
So, just I want to ask, what's peer pressure according to you? I mean, is it that uh, we we hear in our teenage that we are influenced to do some things? So, is that peer pressure according to you, or would you just say what's according to you?
See, peer pressure is, if you're using the word pressure, it's the pressure that is there in an individual to do the things which your friends do, peer, do
Mm-hmm.
to fit into them. Because none of us want to be left alone.
Right.
So there's a lot of pressure to fit in, and thus there's a lot of pressure to do things which everybody else expects you to do. So that almost sets the base, sets the ground for peer pressure to be there. But if we are talking of peer pressure, we have to understand we are social animals. When the child is born, the first connect that the child makes is with the social, that smile that child gives, which is not a social smile, which is just a almost a reflex of the body.
Right.
रोता हुआ बच्चा इतना नहीं अच्छा लगता जितना वो मुस्कुराता हुआ अच्छा लगता है.
Right.
So, socialization is a process of connecting with people, which is needed for us people. We mammals need other people in our lives so that we can basically survive, even. To begin with, we have to survive that way. So, there comes the whole idea of, where it starts from. But ultimately, what happens is that there is a very, we like the whole idea of categorizing people.
Mm-hmm.
We have stereotypes of what girls should be doing, what wives should be doing, what daughters should be doing, what sons should be doing, what fathers should be doing, what uncles should be doing. We have categories, which are only made to make it convenient for us to understand them.
Right.
And thus the pressure of fitting into that boxes becomes a
Mm-hmm.
huge thing in everybody's life.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the peer pressure begins. Peer pressure doesn't begin at the stage of teenage, but the teenage is a stage usually where the child wants to individualize.
Mm-hmm.
And the society is saying, excuse me, fit it.
Yeah.
So there is a conflict.
Mm-hmm.
That's the feeling that there is a pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas even the babies said, and auntie naraz ho jayegi, aise mat karo. Even I've heard literally being told to babies over there that auntie marengi. So
Uh-huh.
there we in itself we tell the child that what should be done and what shouldn't be done, what is socially acceptable, what is socially not acceptable. But when you start growing, you want to individualize.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have a separate identity of your own,
Mm-hmm.
which is curved by the society
Mm-hmm.
and more by our Indian society, because we believe in the whole idea of a bigger. We take huge pride in saying that we are a socializing society. We are very well connected. We are a joint family society. We believe in social connectedness, and we hit the idea of individualization. It becomes too much. I love the ad which this one gives. I think Shiksha gives about that
Mm-hmm.
sheep's coming. Meh, meh. I want to do
Right.
this. I want to do this. I mean, everybody
Right.
follows.
Right.
Uh, so this is what we are trained for.
Mm-hmm.
Remembering the dialogue of Three Idiots, Sharma uncle क्या कहेंगे? So we are always brought up that way.
Mm-hmm.
ये कौन क्या कहेगा? उसके इतने मार्क्स आए, तुम्हारे क्यों नहीं आए? So this is how our socialization is done.
Mm-hmm.
The pressure is felt during the teenage because the child wants to do something different. The parents want something different. The friends want something different.
It's the
So it's
main
almost
point of
pulling
our
us.
time. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenage is the time when we start, identifying our hobbies. right? We start creating our identities, and that's the time when we feel pressured by what our friends are doing. We see them following a trend of fashion, and we start following them, that I like this fashion and I think, uh, do you think that because of that we are हम अपनी आइडेंटिटी को फॉलो नहीं कर रहे हैं, we are not going into the way we want? Is it the
See,
issue?
that is exactly what is happening. Our society doesn't want us to. There's a We are obviously a society. Indian society is very against the whole idea of individualization.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are pros and cons to it.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously nobody wants you to individualize. Not does your parents even want you to individualize. Not does the society wants you to individualize.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole conflict keeps happening that should I be different or not different? When the whole pressure is there that you should fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, a lot of people do feel the pressure to fit in, and that's exactly what happens. And to what extent would you find the society? One of my neighbors had once pointed out that, when she shifted from Mumbai to Delhi, she said the worst thing is she had twins. So she always had a system that she would dress both of them very differently, quickly recognizing who is who. So she said, the worst thing is now I go to the market over here and you just find similar kind of things.
Yeah.
Means obviously she'll still end up buying two different things, but she says they're so similar. They're so similar that you don't have any option to buy anything else. So society forces us to be similar. Nowadays, there are trends, fashions where, all of a sudden this season it is all green everywhere, it is blue everywhere, it is yellow everywhere, purple everywhere. So there's a pressure of what everybody should have. Phones, there would be all of a sudden pressure, everybody needs to have this kind of a phone. There would be a pressure of, everything. So pressures are built which are forcing us not to have a separate identity, which is forcing us not to individualize, not to have our own identity. It is forcing us to be part of it. And there are pros and cons to it.
Right. So, I mean, peer pressure is not only affecting teenagers, it's affecting everyone. I mean, adults to any age, right?
Yes. To the extent of, getting married because friends are getting married. Want to have a baby because everybody else has a baby. So it is not just because we don't ultimately individualize. We don't actually ultimately form our own identity. We live by the identity of the society. So it is so much that we actually want to fit in. Then, that's the interesting part. When parents come and say that, our kids get too much pressurized by friends having the most newest phones in their hands, the best, the newest gaming systems in their hand. And then I really wonder, excuse me, what are you doing? Are you doing any different? You are exactly doing the same thing. You are basically not letting the child to have its own identity. And that is not appreciated. The stereotypes are continuing in our society because there is a need to basically fit in. The girl is supposed to do this. It is an understood norm that because I wear a lot of saris, I must be of a typical kind of a thinking, because that's how we bracketize people. The moment I'm found wearing different dress, I think all of a sudden the people get confused as, have I changed my thinking completely? Excuse me, I can wear whatever I feel like. That's me. Right. So we basically want to put people into boxes. It's easy for us to relate. It is comfortable for us to relate when they are of a certain type. So there is a pressure to stay a certain type. Schools have reputation. Amity के school के बच्चों की एक reputation होती है कि कम से कम ये, these would be this kind of people.
Right.
They would be the understanding of Gurgaon people. So, the understanding of people from Bihar. This all things, this is why we need this bigger brackets. This bigger brackets force us to fit into it.
So, what do you suggest? How do we resist, this peer pressure that we are getting? Can we just come out of this, loop that's going on and on from from so many years actually? So, is there anything we can, do to resist this kind of peer pressures or societal pressures?
See, peer pressure can only be resisted for which, before even resisting that, we need to be clear in our heads that are we comfortable with the idea of being ourselves? If we are not comfortable with the idea of being ourselves and comfortable with our body, people like girls at times would want a specific shape of body. The guys would want to use abusive language to fit into certain. They would like to literally abuse the females to fit into the idea that we are hip, we are cool, we can basically chidao any girl, and we can say any comment to any girl. So these various ideas. So when we are okay with the idea of being different, which is a huge pressure, you're almost standing against the strong. You are when you are individualizing, it is a process of standing against the storm. So this idea, it one needs to have that idea that one needs to stand on one's own footing and one's own identity. The more support the person gets, the better it is. If you're looking at a teenager, we are talking about the idea of that school should be supportive of the person, because if there is a peer pressure and there is bullying around over there because the person is different, the schools should intervene, the counselors should intervene, the teachers should intervene. When it is seen at a personal level, at home we are talking about parents should intervene, because it is actually encouraging the idea of child having its own identity. So it is important that child fights for one's own right. The more the support the person gets, the better it is, the easier it is. But doesn't mean you cannot stand by yourself also. When the first girl might have screamed on the idea that I got raped and I need justice, it was going against the peer pressure that I am not going to stay quiet.
Yeah. Right.
I would not shut up. I'll basically go and tell. So basically, yes, it is important that first of all we realize that it is okay that I can stand. Then find support. Because most of us are suffering because of this. We are suffering because of peer pressure. We are talking of equality, and equality, we all have our own identities, but we are basically not able to pursue them or talk about them or talk about what we want because of this peer pressure.
Right.
And thus every one of us are suffering. So if today I open up my mouth, maybe not immediately, but soon I will get a support system. Because there are many people who are suffering because of the same thing. Even simple thing, if not talking of the bigger issue. If I talk about my friends making fun of my clothes because I'm not rich. If I am going to Amity in a shabby cloth, where Amity is believed to be the rich class school, is it going to be easy to be comfortable with the idea that whatever I'm wearing is fine? But it is important that we basically still let that happen, that we be comfortable with this idea that I am what I am. I don't need to fit into what you have to say. So basically getting comfortable with that, looking at support. If somebody is really mocking you, bullying you, can I basically go to the authorities? Interestingly, Amity at least has a strong student committee over there. There are heads over there, and you have to find resources. I don't say they are easily available. You have to find resources. They might even not do anything if you might not be convincing enough to get them into action. But ultimately, you have to convince the authorities and the people to support you. you have to raise your voice. Rape even came into issue when people started putting in a voice. Bullying is also basically the peer pressure is existing because of even the concept of bullying. Anything, if you're different, there would be bullying. Bring the authorities into picture. So basically stand up for yourself and be comfortable with the idea of standing for yourself. Get the authorities, get the people involved into picture. And be comfortable with the idea of you being what you are. Because trust me, there are a lot of people who would not want us to be it, not want us to do anything different than them. Because it is difficult. It is very difficult. Interestingly, what I'm noticing is that nowadays it has become a trend that most of the people don't wake up in the morning. Like when we were kids, it was almost like understood के हम लोग लेट जो उठना होता था हम लोग कहते थे हम 8-9 बजे उठे हम लेट उठे हैं. Nowadays 8-9 is like okay we got up in the morning.
Right.
Now people who get up late is like 2 बजे उठे हैं. That's what it is late. So and see there's such a huge concept of fitting in. There's such a huge concept of fitting in. Indeed, we are on Instagram.
Right.
Instagram, we all have a basic understanding. People on Instagram are comparatively forward moving, ready to handle criticism, today's thinking. We have a bigger idea of it. So the pressure is because we want these boxes to be there. So peer pressure can be resisted, but it has to be it can only be possible when basically we are ready to stand for what we want.
Right.
Nobody can tell you what is right or wrong.
Yeah. We have to figure it out first.
We have to figure it out that, do we want to fight for our individuality? नहीं तो सारे intelligent लड़के engineering करते हैं, सारे intelligent लड़कियां basically doctor बनती हैं, सारे duffer लड़कियां और लड़के arts लेते हैं. So ये पहले की understanding थी. Do you want to live by it? Choice.
So can peer pressure be positive? Can it also have a positive effect on us?
See, peer pressure is nothing but the demand of fitting in. So peer pressure is not about sometime it might even be good if it takes you in some way. If you don't have the idea of what I want to be, if you want to just float. I've heard about guys, indeed in my knowns and in my friends also, talking about the idea that, I could only I topped my 12th because, my girlfriend was very motivating and she motivated me to basically do well in the exams. So, indeed, once I had a discussion with one of my clients about Dangal. We talk about how parents should let the child figure out what they want. And Dangal is a movie which is talking about how basically the father defines it for the daughter, that what is right for her and what is not. And is it not basically almost not the tradition? Is it not the traditional way of doing it that, this is only the right way of doing it? Because he almost did it that way. He almost pushed the girls, means if we go by the movie. And I think the movie would be at least somewhere close to it, if not completely the same. So, because that's what has been presented till now with the movie. So, we are somewhere believing that the father forced the daughters into the game. And they're doing extremely well today. So, peer pressure, if I am a person who doesn't have a footing of my own, who doesn't have an idea of how I should be myself, if I do get if I do find some pressure which is positive by a friend, by a father, by anybody, sometimes means I'm not saying just the father. but anybody.
Yeah,
I've even
right.
I had quoted you the idea of girlfriends even at times, and girlfriends have sometimes done magic for guys at times. So there can be wives have done. Yeah, wives are not counted as that, but yes, even they do it. And many men do at later age and stage do talk about the fact that we could reach this height because we had a partner who could support us, a wife who could basically take care of all the nonsense which I was not looking into. So it is even a kind of a support and a pressure that you have that for me you have to at least do this. So pressure, it is dependent on which pressure do you come under. Yes, pressures can be positive also, and the peer pressure can be positive also. But if that takes away the whole idea of what I am, and I want to be something different and I'm feeling suffocated where I am, that's not the place where one should be.
Yeah, that I
Right?
think it depends upon our companion whom we choose to, choose in our life. It depends upon, I think, them that we are getting a negative influence by them or a positive influence by them.
Yeah, indeed.
There,
Long back it was said that हम अपने दोस्तों से पहचाने जाते हैं कि हम किन लोगों के साथ में रहते हैं. So that's what it is. If we would stay with a specific kind of people, they'll actually implant that only pressure on us ना. अगर हम एक ऐसे इंसान के साथ में रहते हैं जो स्मोक करता है, तो हम पैसिव स्मोकर तो पक्का बने ही बने ना. If not an active smoker, right? So similarly, so if I am staying with a friend who would like to party at night, would like to go to clubs, how much would I not go with her? Being a friend, I will ultimately end up doing that. So that's why it is dependent on what sort of friends we are with. We actually become that way also. We fit in that way. That's why it's important that which sort of friends do we want to be with? What sort of peers do we want to be with that we get those pressures?
okay, so we have a comment. Someone says that I have, कि girls should be dominating, controlling, but सब girls को लगता है कि ये desire पागलपन है. What to do about this?
सब girls को तो नहीं लगता है for sure. And I would not even journalize the thing that all the girls should be controlling and anything of that
Dominating.
sort. Controlling, dominating. Why should all the girls be dominating? Means, am I taking away the whole idea that I cannot? Means, again, we are coming to the idea. Are we trying to again put them into a box? Dominating. Why dominating? I might not want to be dominating. I might want to be dominating, and then there's nobody else to tell me that, excuse me, you shouldn't be dominating. So I would like to hear further from that person that, what is the idea behind it? Because having said that, all girls should be dominating, no. We are talking of everybody being different. We are talking of every individual being different, and that's how we are all born actually. हम लोगों के सबके footprints अलग है, thumbprints, fingerprints, faces.
Right.
We're so bloody different people.
Right.
Why do we want to fit into one bracket? And when we are talking of even dominating can be in a very different sense at different times. And with different individuals. So what would dominating mean also would be very different at different people. Why do we want to, again, are we again trying to give another label that, the girls should be pressurized, that they should be dominating, they should be controlling? Why?
Right. So I have one question that, what do you think, which kind of people are easily influenced? अगर मैं पूछूं कि मैं उस कैटेगरी में नहीं आना चाहती, तो are there any type of people who are easily influenced by their peers or their friends? I mean, I don't think कि हर कोई जैसे as an example, अगर मैंने किसी को देखा, they are wearing one kind of clothes. अभी अगर ये डिजाइन चल रहा है, सारे यही पहन रहे हैं, and I am not influenced by that. I am not drawn towards that kind of peer pressure. So, are there any category of people that they easily fall into that kind of peer
See,
pressure, or we all are?
people who are, if we are talking of the idea, vulnerabilities we all have to fall under, get into that pressure. But the fact is, if we see psychologically, we have, if we see by an Erik Erikson point of view, he says around 1.5 year, around that age, we start finding if we have our own. Can we try something different? Can we experiment something different? The child starts playing something, doing something. So would the child be given that permission? So, there on the child starts developing this whole idea of that, I can start something, I can do something. So child who is not snubbed at that time, who is basically allowed, that's what this whole training of following the peer, following the society is trained right from the babyhood to the child. बचपन से माँ बाप यही समझाते हैं कि उसके बच्चे ने ये कर दिया, तुमने क्यों नहीं। अगर हम उस प्रेशर में आते हैं, वो माँ बाप ही तो हमें सिखा रहे हैं. So we are, that's why, very vulnerable to it. But yes, the more individualistic we will be allowed at home, and the more rebellious we would be, the more individualistic we'll find ways to be there. Comparatively dependent people, comparatively submissive people, non-opinionated people are too easily swayed. So जिसका ज्यादातर जवाब होता है जो मर्जी चलेगा, जो मर्जी हो जाए. Yeah, whatever dad says, whatever you say, whatever my husband says, whatever my brother says,
I'll do
you
that. Yeah.
get to know who are the ones. You know what is happening over there, right?
Okay,
so basically, there are people who are more vulnerable, people who are, and if you see the developmental factor, we are seeing about the idea of right from the childhood, any individual act is being stopped. So that creates, yeah.
So according to you, how to help people if we see someone, they are in a peer pressure. So how to help them out? In just a general way. If I see my friend, anyone of my friend, going through a pressure like this. So
See, we can stand by their side and see what they want. If it is their choice. Interestingly, I'll share this aspect. Like when I see cases where females come with a lot of abuse, and the whole pressure of not taking a divorce, we have to stand by their side because there's a lot of social pressure and a peer pressure that one cannot divorce. So at that time, the best thing is to stand by them, and some ways tell them that we know it is difficult. It is not easy to stand against the tide. And the tide, we all even know it is ultimately the idea that divorces are not that easy in Indian context to fight. And that not easy a context to live after the divorce also. So somewhere down the line, when we are looking at this idea, we have to basically stand with an idea, even when a teenager comes to you. When he says that I am basically, there's a huge, and you see there is a huge pressure of the child to basically buy certain brands of clothes, certain brands of bags, certain brands of even pens and stuff like that. So we have to acknowledge with them that it is not difficult, it is not that easy a scenario, it is a difficult scenario to basically stand the pressure. But then allow them to see that, is it actually hampering them more or is it a benefit?
Right.
If it is hampering them more, so would they want to change? If they want to change again, then we still need to stand by their side, because changing is not going to be easy. They haven't changed till now because it's not easy. So can I basically stand by their side to allow them to have a separate opinion? Because the moment they'll try to individualize, the moment they'll try to be different than others, there would be a huge lot of pressure. Like substance abuse people leaving substances. There's a huge pressure to go back. दोस्त आते हैं, दोस्ती भूल गए.
Yeah.
You know, how can you not do it with us? What's wrong with you? Are you so sissy? So standing against that pressure is not easy. They are not able to stand against that pressure because it's not easy.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. The peer pressure is what we are trained into right from babyhood. Our parents train us with that. To some extent, it is needed, because we can't be living in this world all by ourselves. We are not, and that's what is happening in the Western. We are scared of that Western because it has gone to the other extreme of individualization. I talk about the whole concept of balance, that life should be in balance. It shouldn't be one extreme or the other extreme. But the interesting aspect is the balance can never be achieved. When we are coming closer to this, we shift to the other side and we move over there. So that's how we keep playing throughout our life, and throughout generations and throughout society system as a whole. So it's difficult. So it is difficult to fit in, and it is difficult to stand on our grounds separate than anybody else. So there needs to be a lot of support. There needs to be a lot of standing by the person. And there needs to be if you are at an authority position, please use your authority. Like simply in case of sexual abuse, POSCO cases, in the cases of minor, now we are basically in a way putting a pressure onto the psychologist or everybody who comes to know about it, that please stand for this person, because that's needed. It's not easy to stand. It is not easy for the child to even acknowledge the fact of what had happened. When I was sexually abused as a child, I didn't even know what happened to me. I knew something bad happened to me, but shit, I don't know how, I don't have any vocabulary, and I didn't know how to tell anybody. So when you're standing against somebody, you need to acknowledge the fact that that person is there for a reason. He's accepting that pressure because for a reason. It is not easy to stand against the pressure. तूफानों में खड़े होना इतना आसान नहीं है. नदी के प्रेशर में खड़े होना इतना आसान नहीं है. प्रेशर कहा इसलिए जाता है क्योंकि इट इज अ प्रेशर.
Right.
It is a pressure. Right. So we have to just stand by them. Yeah.
Right. As we are coming to the end, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था कि हम सबका अलग अलग बिलीव्स होता है, राइट? वी हैव अ बिलीव. सो डू यू थिंक peer pressure or social media pressure can mold our beliefs, even if at any stage of our life, like
Yes,
childhood
if
is
you
a
keep
time.
hearing something, you will ultimately give in to that thought. That's exactly what is happening with the social media doing it. That exactly what happens when nagging happens. And you being a psychologist and everybody on the other side, I'll give you the concept which is called the projective identification, which is a complex phenomena which talks about the idea that आप एक इंसान को इतनी बार एक चीज कहते हो, वो अल्टीमेटली उसे आइडेंटिफाई करना शुरू कर देता है. एक उसको समझ, मतलब आप अगर कहते रहोगे तुम मुझे झूठ बोल रहे हो, तुम मुझे झूठ बोल रहे हो, तुम मुझे झूठ बोल रहे हो, there would be some incidents at which the person might have lied. He'll ultimately start believing in that and acknowledging that, and you'll ultimately become what the person starts becoming, what the person projects it on the other. So, and that's what is done with the society. This is almost called mass hysteria. Almost hypnosis, mass hypnosis, where the whole society said this is what it is. so it happens, and social media obviously plays a huge part into it. Politics plays a means masses. Obviously, there's a lot of such things which is done. The whole idea of what a female should be doing and what man should be doing is the stereotypical understanding which is so much there. Why are we all feeling pressurized to be that way? Because that does happen, and it is not that yes, छोटा बच्चा जल्दी उससे impact होगा, और depend करता है किस resource से भी आता है. If the mother keeps saying that this is the right way, indeed the shared hypnosis, the shared psychosis, which is a concept, जिसमें ये होता है कि अगर mother को psychosis है, तो बच्चा वो psychosis को सच समझना शुरू हो जाता है. If the mother believes that the world is there to harm her, the small baby starts actually believing that the world is there to harm them.
Right.
So this is called shared psychosis, because the child biggest dependency is on the mother, and if the mother believes in that, the child automatically starts believing that's the right thing. So it is easier to convince a child, and especially from a person who is more influential in the person's life. As you grow up, the influences of the people reduces, so it reduces, but obviously it can be done with anybody. It actually can be done in all ages and all stages of life. It is only the extent. Indeed, the whole idea of people being hijacked, and after that talking about, the person who hijacked us was nice. Somewhere we start believing their point of view.
Right.
Right?
Okay, so we have just come to the end of our live session, and thank you so much for joining us. And I would just like to end it with a quote that I recently saw somewhere. It says that everyone else's reality is not ours. किसी और की reality हमारी नहीं भी हो सकती है, सबकी अलग अलग है. And I think we need to find our individuality more. We don't need to go where the crowd leads us. I think that's
a great quote to end it with.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining me today. Hope to see you again in the future with a new topic. Yeah, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you.